This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Danny Drum, who is from Highlands Middle School, which is part of the Northview School District. Congratulations. We have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
Okay. Middle school could be a hard time for all kids, but when school is already challenging, it can be even harder. So it takes a really special teacher to create a space where kids can learn to be the best versions of themselves. And that's exactly what Miss Drum does for her kids every single day. She meets them right where they are, and she's the perfect mix. Sometimes a comforting shoulder to cry on, and sometimes their loudest cheerleader, pushing them to go even farther. Miss Drum is creative and flexible. She takes the time to customize lessons and activities because she knows that one size does not fit all. Miss Drum creates real-world experiences for kids to prepare them for independence and gives them the confidence to believe that they can go out there and do it. We're so thankful to have Miss Drum in our lives. Congratulations.
It's really special.
Yes. So tell me who that is.
That is one of my students' mom. Yes.
And so tell me about that relationship.
Well, I still have her. This is my second year with her. So sometimes I have the pleasure of having my students 2 years in a row. I work with students who are sometimes with me all day, and sometimes they just come for a little bit of help and then head back to their general ed classes. But she's a student I've had the privilege to be with a lot of my time. And I think I've just seen a lot of growth in her, and it's been a privilege to work with her and her family.
You teach special ed, correct?
I do, yes.
So tell me a little bit about your passion for special education and how that started.
Yeah, so I always wanted to be a teacher. I actually played with stuffed animals growing up, and I would line them up and teach them when I was little. I don't think a lot of people had that, but I always did. In college, I worked at Hope Network, and I really never thought about going into special education, but I really saw how a lot of our individuals of unique populations just were not given the opportunities that they should be, and were kind of just not, they were kind of an afterthought. And I really was just felt so hurt and passionate about this. So I knew it was kind of my calling to go into this field and to really work at helping these individuals and these students just kind of achieve their best, whatever level that may be, and make sure that everyone around them kind of knew all these amazing skills that they have.
It hits you in the heart, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
So tell me about how you, in the classroom, bring enjoyment to kids.
We have a lot of fun. I'm kind of goofy. We have a lot of laughter. We're always playing games. I think one of the big things is I've always realized that if I don't want to learn something, why should I'm not going to make my kids learn it. So if something seems boring to me, we try to find a way to make it enjoyable. So we do a lot of, silly games where we'll, put numbers on the wall and hit them with fly swatters, or, we'll do online games where we're competing, or just getting up and moving. Last week we did angles with our arms, and we're going back and forth, and just kind of looked like a big game of Simon Says, but just really trying to get the kids engaged.
You have something called gratitude time. Tell me about that.
I do. We just started this, and I'm very thankful. I got to give a shout out to our amazing social worker. But we start every day with gratitude, and being thankful and noticing others' positives can really play a good role in our lives. So I shake up a bin, and it has everyone's name on it, and the students have to pick somebody. And even if it's not their favorite friend, which happens a lot, we have to notice something positive about that person, or just something special that they've done in the day or recently.
You also incorporate technology into your classroom, so the students are able to enjoy books or reading that
Yeah.
they might not have been able to do.
Yeah, and I'm really grateful with Northview. Every student has a Chromebook, so we're very blessed with that. But my students can read online. We use a program called Epic. We also play lots of games online, and all of us have what's called a Canvas page, so they can complete assignments online, and they can do, we have some tools where they can do speech to text or listen to books online, or they will read websites to them if they're having difficulty reading. So we have some great opportunities.
Tell me why you're a teacher.
I think I love helping kids just be their best selves. And not only that, but I think it's more about the relationships. I've realized that more often than not, the students impact me, but more than I impact them. And through these relationships, it's just amazing to see what can grow. And it's been an honor to see kids grow and like develop self-esteem that they may never have had. And also to just recognize the impact that they've had in my life. Yeah.
Being a teacher is so hard. It's difficult. You run into so many challenges. Tell me about the rewarding experiences that you get every day when you go home, because you're teaching kids that may not get it all the time. But what's that like when you go home?
It's very special. It's special because there are really hard days, but there's really great days too. And just when those students really have those, got it moments, really celebrating that. And, I've had a lot of kids who were afraid to even try to read, and now they're willingly coming to me with books. And I think that's just such a huge accomplishment. And I think celebrating the little things is really what's important, because we all move at a different pace. And I think it's just, we really need to take a moment to recognize everyone's strengths.
Well, thank you for what you do, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Danny receives a $1,500 check from the Michigan Lottery, and her class at Highlands Middle School receives a $500 grant. Excellence in Education Awards, sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $27 billion to public education since 1972.